This is molded. That's mold.
I open up my lunchie, right? I look, and there's mold. I'm not eating this. Mr. Beast, what did you do?
I didn't know Lunchly was made with real blue cheese. The new, innovative, and healthy and better-for-you lunchtime meal created by masterminds Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and KSI seems to have a serious mold problem.
I like my cheese moldy, bruh.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and if things were not going bad enough for Lunchly already, there seems to be a bunch of people finding mold in their Lunchly products. Now this is ironic because Logan Paul posted a video showing all the Lunchly products going through like an x-ray machine to detect lead, but they should have been scanning their products for mold because that seems to be a pretty common thing in these products. But anyway, today we are going to check out Rosanna Pansino's video where she found mold in her Lunchly, and Dr. Mike uploaded another video talking about Lunchly, so we will get into that as well. But before we do, 96% of you guys are not subscribed, so please subscribe.
So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe, especially like kids that are so young. They may not know what mold looks like, so they might just eat it.
Kids probably will just eat the mold, and not only because, one, they probably don't know what mold looks like, but they were told by their favorite YouTuber that Lunchly is healthier for them and better for their health, so regardless, they will probably chow down anyway. That's the dangers of marketing all of your products as healthy and better for your health, because when things like this happen, especially when the market is all kids, is that they won't think twice about eating it, which can be severely harmful.
I saw a picture circulating about mold, but I didn't know if it was fake or, you know, I just had heard about it, but this is real, you guys.
The first mold picture popped up weeks ago, and it's funny that KSI, Mr. Beast, nor Logan Paul have made any public statement about this issue. I mean, KSI has enough time to make countless videos about Dan TDM, but when little kids are ingesting mold, nah, not important enough.
This is mold in the cheese, and this is really unhealthy. You should not eat mold. I don't know if this is an issue in their recipe development or packaging. I think it's a packaging issue. The sealant here feels really cheap, like whatever is holding this on the top. It is not vacuum tight.
Yeah, let's put a bunch of ingredients that spoil quickly into a lunch kit and then not invest enough money to make sure that the packaging is protective enough to ensure that things like mold don't happen. They probably wouldn't make as much profit. I mean, their whole marketing scheme is that Lunchly is cheaper or just as cheap as Lunchables, but contains way better ingredients and so much healthier. If they made good packaging, they would have to charge more and they wouldn't make as much money. Was it money or kids' health? Which one is more important?
So, oh, it's so much mold. This is terrible. Oh my gosh.
We put a lot of effort into this.
I just want you guys to know I did not fake this. I was honestly going to go over nutritional facts and differences between the two with two physicians' input and give you healthy alternatives to these things that are still affordable. I did not expect this. You can cover the mold with the pepperoni.
Oh, just looking at that makes my stomach turn. And that's a shit ton of mold right there. That's not just like a touch of mold. That whole thing is straight mold. Blue ass pizza.
Looks wise, here are the two pizzas from Lunchables and Lunchly. Lunchly is covered in mold. I'm gonna ask you guys, which one would you rather eat? Which one would you give your kid? Both are a highly processed food snack, and one is extremely moldy. So I'll leave it up to you.
Nah, Rosanna mad wild for even putting that pizza together. That is quite literally a Mr. Beast pizza. Maybe they wanted the cheese to mold so that it could be Mr. Beast colors.
The meals look pretty similar. The cheese dip looks a little different, and then this salsa is much thicker and it almost looks like a tomato paste. They look pretty dang similar. Look at the chips. They look like they came from the same manufacturer. They're the same size. There's no difference.
Remember when KSI was so uptight about Messi quote-unquote copying Prime?
Messi new drink compared to Prime. Thoughts? I don't know about you, but it looks very similar to Prime. Am I right or am I right? Like, even the Ridge, like, come on, guys. Brother has just copied our homework. It's outrageous. Literally stole our whole flow, bar for bar.
It's literally the exact same situation. We got some hypocrites in the building.
But also in their packaging. Like, look at this. They're the exact same flavor combos on the plate, they look the same. Also, I just noticed even with the font of the branding, this L over here, the Lunchly L, it goes underneath the Y. And then look at the Lunchables. It's the same design. I guess Jimmy's used to taking L's. They literally ripped this brand off, just repackaged it, put a few differences in there, and then made another ultra processed piece of crap.
Literally stole our whole flow, bar for bar.
When KSI, Mr. Beast, and Logan Paul say this is better for you, in my opinion, that is completely false advertising.
Yeah, it's major false advertising, but for some reason they keep using the same phrases over and over when they release a product. Like Mr. Beast is the type of dude to come out with like a chocolate molten lava cake and still claim it's healthy. It's just a way to manipulate children into begging their parents into buying the product. They have built such a loyal following and have created so much trust with their audience that they can literally say anything now and their audience will believe them. And they know this too, and that's why they claim that everything they put out is healthy. The kids will choose these products over something like Lunchables just because they think it's healthier for them when it's not at all. It could also lead kids to start to develop bad habits with food too, kind of like what they're doing with Feastables. Mr. Beast's chocolate bar company Feastables is always doing these like, you could win $1 million sweepstakes and things like that, and it's probably making kids who never really ate chocolate start to now eat chocolate. But I thought you guys cared so much about children's health. All right, let's check out what Dr. Mike had to say.
There's also this issue that was raised by Jake Paul and I think FaZe Banks, where they said
Logan Paul launches a better for you snack and the whole internet's in flames for 3 weeks. And then Kai Cenat launches his McDonald's meal and no one says a peep.
Yeah, maybe because Kai never said that McDonald's was healthy. He's promoting something that he knows isn't healthy, so he's not claiming it to be healthy to try to get sales. And that's the difference right there. You don't have to promote chicken and broccoli, but you also can't sit here and pretend that chocolate is healthy.
Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast making Lunchly, and people are very outraged that it's unhealthy. And then other people that are not outraged when there is a McDonald's collab that goes on with K-Sanat, or Ryan Trahan releases Joyride. And I think that those things are not interchangeable. I think if you're making a candy, while yes, overconsumption of candy and added sugar is a problem, I think a candy is not considered a health food. But when you say Lunchly is healthy or a healthier alternative, that's making claims that if debunked, you would face some criticism.
Yeah, and like all the marketing that I've seen from like Ryan Trahan and even like Oompaville with their candy is they just say that they try to use better ingredients. Like they're not saying that it's monumentally better for you or a healthier for you alternative. They're just saying, hey, we use cleaner ingredients.
Creators being entrepreneurs is overall a really good thing. And I want to encourage creators to do this. And I get excited when I see creators succeed in this space. I think we all do. We kind of are all cheering one another on when it's done the right way and you're not misrepresenting things. But if you're going to be a disruptor, because that's what we are as creators, we're disrupting media. And we want to continue into the space of entrepreneurship by being disruptors. So if you're going to go in and take on big candy, be a true disruptor by making a better candy. If you're gonna be a disruptor in the lunch space, be a disruptor, make the healthier version. That's a legit healthy version.
Dr. Mike brings up such a good point here, and this is where a lot of the criticism of Lunchly comes from. Lunchly was not created with the purpose of being a healthier alternative to Lunchables, even though that's what the gang claims. But it was created just so Mr. Beast and his gang can take sales from Lunchables. If they truly wanted to do good and be influencers, they would make a truly healthier Lunchables alternative with no processed meats or cheeses or, you know, whatever they're putting in that thing.
Where I can then make a video and get on board and say, oh my God, creator X has finally made a product that is a healthy lunch that we should all get on board and support. But these days, that's not happening.
I low-key wonder why creators don't try and make actual healthier products. I wonder if it's just because it's more expensive to produce healthy things, so they have to like spend more of their money or something like that. I honestly have no clue.
There were some statements where any criticism about Lunchly is just trying to gain views, and they don't actually care because they never criticized Lunchables in the past.
Dr. Mike also calls out YouTubers for faking tweets under his account for like thumbnails.
Did Dr. Mike just destroy Mr. Beast and Logan Paul's Lunchly? The thumbnail, it has a fake tweet that says @RealDoctor. That's not even my handle. And it says Lunchley will kill you.
That thumbnail is hilarious. Taking a Mr. Beast thumbnail, cutting out Mr. Beast, and then adding a fake will kill you tweet is that's 200 IQ right there.
This one has 2.2 million views by a creator named Gal. Said I destroyed Mr. Beast, as if we had a influencer boxing match. He has a scratch on his face. This is at least my real Twitter handle, and they wrote Lunchley is terrible. I didn't tweet that.
Low-key, I've used a fake tweet in a thumbnail before, but at least I tried to make it somewhat similar to the original tweet. But doing it to a doctor is kind of crazy though. Like that could risk him like losing his like medical license or something like that. So yeah, Dr. Mike, I would never do that to you, but it's still kind of funny. As long as nothing happens to you, it's funny.